Hey guys, welcome back. So today's video is going to be a little bit different. We are going to be doing a food intolerance test, the ones that you send your blood in, you send it back to them, and then they email you with the results with over like 200 different foods and what foods reacted to your blood and what foods you should probably avoid. It's not like an allergy test because they can't technically tell you that, but it's a food sensitivity test. So this is not for me though, this is going to be for my son Tristan. Our journey with him and all of his allergies, not just food, has been a long one. It's been hard at times and we're still on it. So as of right now, we for sure know that he is allergic to peanuts, eggs, and gluten as well too. He doesn't have celiac disease, he was tested for that, but he definitely is intolerant to gluten by process of elimination. So he's been about 2 years without all those foods and he's been doing pretty well, except for this last month has been really rough. He's been experiencing the exact same symptoms that he was 2 years ago when he was eating all those foods, and I've been strict. We haven't been eating out. Well, we were, and then so I cut back. No more eating out, no more foods that like were processed in a facility with wheat, and he was still having issues. So that's what brought us to this. We are going to be taking a test to find out if there's more foods that he's possibly, intolerant to. It was pretty hard to find a test that was for minors. So I did find one, and the company that I went with is YorkTest, and they have a junior food sensitivity test. They have one for adults as well too. You can do one along with your kids, or you can do this one. This one's from 2 to 18 years old. So yeah, we got it in the mail. We're gonna take the test right now. I'll show you guys everything that it comes with, how to do it, and then you guys are gonna see the results right after this. So whenever the email comes through, I will film all the foods that it says for him. It also did say though that if you are currently not eating a specific food, that it might not show up in the report. So like he's not eating eggs or gluten, so it might not show that it's intolerant on the report. So just be aware of that. I mean, I don't have the results yet. We'll see what gluten and egg says, but if it does say that it's not intolerant, it's probably because he doesn't eat it, so it's not in his system. So yeah, this is what the test kit looks like. This is the junior food sensitivity test. You slide it out here. Are you nervous? Yeah. It's fine. I told him it because you do have to get blood, so he'll be fine. You've done it plenty of times at the doctor's and you have been a champ, huh? So it does come with the instructions and everything. That's just my order. So you do have to fill out this sheet right here and send it back. It's just personal information, your address, just to make sure everything's right, and then you have to sign and date it. So for sensitivity reasons, I won't show you this, but it comes with this and you need to send this back with them. Your test instructions, let's get started. Please ensure you complete and sign and date the customer details form. Make sure your test is accepted. Drink a glass of water 30 minutes before collecting your sample. Have you drinking water today?
Oh yeah.
You did. He had water. He just had his lunch and everything. So he's good to go. Wash your hands with warm water for 30 seconds. Do you want to go wash your hands?
Yeah.
Okay, go wash your hands. So in the meantime, while he's washing his hands, they did send the mail slip back. So when we're done with this, we're going to put everything in there. It's already prepaid packaging, so that is nice. So it comes with 2 lancets. This is the blood container, a Band-Aid for afterwards, and a steri stripe. You're going to clean the area before we get the blood. It's go time. Are you ready?
Ready.
Awesome. Okay, so we're going to clean your finger with this. Let me see. Which finger do you want? We'll do this one. This one?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're going to clean the area. And then I just removed this portion off of here. You twisted it and then it came off. And then this is where the needle's at. So I'm just going to push down like that on his finger. It's fine, okay? Shh, we're going to breathe. We're going to breathe. Okay, there we go. See, it's on your finger. It's not hurting. It's not hurting. See, not hurting. Not hurting. You're so brave. Good job. It did come with a second lancet just in case you don't get enough blood, but he is still bleeding, so we didn't have to do it twice, which is awesome. And then we're going to use the Band-Aid now.
Now I'll take it off.
Yeah, go ahead. We are just going to put this in the container, close it up, and ship it out. and then we'll catch back with you in a couple of days. It says once they received it, we should get an email within like 3 days. So yeah, whenever that email comes, I will go over it with you guys and we'll find out what foods he's sensitive to. So yeah, catch you guys right after this. Okay guys, so we got Tristan's test results in, and let me say they were surprising, and there was some on there that I have suspected, unfortunately. So I don't know if I mentioned before earlier in the video, this isn't sponsored. I bought this with my own money, and good thing too, because I'm gonna be completely transparent with you. This is 3 weeks later. Of course, I don't know if this is just my luck. I kind of feel like it's just my luck, but my sample was lost. So it was like 2 weeks after I mailed it in, and the instructions said once they receive it in the mail, it should be 3 to 5 days before you get the results. So after 2 weeks, I was like, okay, I should have gotten my results back. So I emailed customer service, you know, just following up with them if they received it. I told them the day that I shipped it out. And then later on that day, I miraculously get an email saying, oh, we just received your shipment on 4/19, which is the day that I'm emailing them. And I mailed them the sample 2 weeks prior that they would process it. And then they eventually, I think the next day, they emailed me back saying that they processed it and I should be getting the results. So customer service was pretty fast once I did reach out, so that's good. I don't know if that happens all the time. I feel like I said earlier, that's kind of my luck. I feel like everything gets lost when it comes with me. But yeah, so we've got the test results. So let me share with you guys what we found. And I also want to note too, so earlier in the instructions, it did say that if you're not eating certain food that you're allergic to, it may not show up in the report. Well, I can report back that everything that Tristan is allergic to is in the report as he's highly intolerant to, which is good because I never told them what he has allergies to. Like there was no like forum, like, oh, do you have allergies? Check here. Like, what are you allergic to? I didn't tell them any of that information. So that kind of helps like validate it as they caught all the foods that he is allergic to. Okay, so let's just get into this. So I'm gonna be reading the report here. I'm gonna put it in the screen for you guys right here so you guys can follow along. So the first thing that he scored the highest on is not something that we currently are eliminating from his diet, and he does get it every single day. And this is something that I have suspected. Yeah, so he scored a 59. It's red zone, it's the highest one on cow's milk. Cow's milk, no. I've suspected it, but I wasn't sure because he doesn't like do the same symptoms as he does with gluten and eggs. Gluten and eggs, I don't know if I've told you, but he throws up. I mean, if he eats like anything with egg, he will immediately throw it up. Gluten takes a lot more longer to process in his body. So if he eats something that's contaminated with gluten, he'll wake up the following morning just throwing up all morning long until the afternoon. So those are primarily his symptoms. So he doesn't do that obviously with milk because he drinks milk every day. He has yogurts, he has cheeses. So I just don't know. I'm gonna tell you guys what me and my husband decided to do with that after I just go over all the things. So number 2 out of 44 is egg white, which he has been confirmed with an allergist. He is allergic to eggs, so that wasn't surprising. But this one was surprising. I did not suspect this one at all, and that is almonds. He scored 31. That's unfortunate. Like I was like, okay, so it's okay. He can't have cow's milk. We can do almond milk. Oh wait, he's allergic to almonds as well too. And he does drink almond milk every once in a while. Gluten-free tortillas. We love almond flour tortillas because they're gluten-free and he's allergic to gluten. And so that's something that he's been eating as well too. And I had no idea about. So gosh, poor guy, right? So 4th is wheat, 29. Now, I don't know what the difference is. So down here, I don't know if you skip below, but it says gluten. He scored in the grain, actual gluten, but he's allergic to wheat. I know it's basically the same thing, but I thought that was kind of interesting because most people are allergic to the protein found in wheat, which is gluten. But he's just allergic to straight up wheat. I'm kind of confused on that, but borderline is he can't have wheat products. It's the same thing. So next one was so strange. He scored a 28 on banana. Is that a thing? Can people be allergic to bananas? I have never heard of this. And of course, that's the one fruit that he likes. He's been eating bananas since he was a baby. I add bananas in his gluten-free pancakes because that's an egg replacer. So, oh my gosh, these results, you guys, what am I gonna do? And then last but not least, peanuts at 23. So we knew he was allergic to peanuts. There is one good news. If you scroll down and look, egg yolk tested as the moderate level. He scored a 13 for egg yolk, which when he went to his allergist appointment last July, I actually filmed that. I'll link that in the cards below if you wanna see that. But they tested for egg yolk and egg white, and egg yolk was the biggest reaction that he had on the skin test. So that's actually good news that he only scored a 13 on this one. Hopefully he's like slowly outgrowing the egg allergy. So that's some good news. So yeah, everything else was, I mean, the moderate ones, like what else is here? Eggplant, rice, like I'm not really concerned with all that. And then everything else he scored in the green zone. So me and my husband discussed the results, and what we decided to do was I'm gonna be making him an appointment at his allergist. He already had an appointment this August to test the eggs and peanuts again. He goes back once a year, but I'm gonna call them and tell them that I have more foods that I want to be tested and see if I can get him in sooner, which I'm sure that they will. And I'm gonna just go over these results with her. We're definitely gonna test for the milk, the almond. I'll see what she has to say about banana, if that's a thing or not. And I also want to include dog in there too, because I think I mentioned earlier, I think he's allergic to dogs. And this test only tested for foods. So I'm gonna go in there and do that. Just because milk, I feel like it's a broad spectrum. It's kind of like eggs. I don't know if he can eat it in baked products. Like, can he have products with milk in it? Or is it, what about cheese? What about dairy? All that kind of stuff. They can do further testing. It's kind of like eggs. Like some kids can't have, like, you know, obviously scrambled eggs and straight up eggs, but they could eat it in baked foods like cupcakes and stuff like that. So I kind of want to know the same thing on what to do with milk. So I'm going to be waiting until he comes back with the allergist to see what she recommends. So if you're wondering, like, why didn't I just go take him to the allergist in the beginning? Is because I had no idea what foods to test for. I suspected dog and I suspected milk. So I could have done those, but everything else, I never would have thought of almonds. I did not think of bananas. So yeah, it's just really good. That helped narrow down what foods, and then now I'm gonna bring that to his allergist and see where we go from here. So my hauls might be changing, you guys, just a little bit. We all like oat milk here, so that's a good thing. I did try the chocolate oat milk at Trader Joe's and he really enjoyed that. So we'll probably be switching as a family, just not drinking cow's milk if he's allergic, because it's just too hard to keep up all these different milks. Like my husband likes almond milk. Me and my daughter like whole milk, and then he can't have it at all. So we all kind of enjoy oat milk. My daughter's never had it, but she's not picky. So we'll just switch as a family. And we'll see about like cheeses and yogurts and all that kind of stuff. Okay, but yeah, I hope this video helped. If you guys were looking into getting this test or curious about it, food allergies can be so tough, and it's even harder with kids, you know, just seeing their bellies upset and then sick all the time and not being able to eat all the foods, you know. Fortunately for me though, like Tristan that's all he's ever known. So he doesn't know what non-gluten-free or vegan products taste like. That's what he grew up pretty much eating since he was 2 years old. He doesn't remember anything before that. So he's not picky when it comes to that. He's picky with all the stuff that he's not allergic to, like meats and vegetables. It's like, oh, I'm trying to get him to like them. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will catch you guys next time. Bye.